I welcome you all. Welcome you all for the season 41 of the performance review call. Hello, Rajneesh. Hello,
Good
Sachin.
evening, sir.
Malak.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Please come on the videos if it's possible, so that we'll have a very interactive session. Okay. So, students, for those of you who are new, hello, Kush. Nice to see you again. So, for those of you who are new here for these sessions, this is a space for all of you to reflect upon where you are standing in the preparation. Okay. Where we will focus upon what happened in your week, followed by what challenges you faced, what best practices you followed, and what possibilities can we bring out of it. Okay. So, in this context, we will be beginning this performance review call with a small networking and opinion building session through various questions asked in the previous year questions of UPSC. Okay. And then we will have this particular session. Okay. Clear? So I'll be putting you all into breakout rooms with a question. Feel free to open up, feel free to think together. The point of this opinion building session is to think together, where you share your ideas and brains to evolve an answer. So when you know how to build upon a point and evolve an answer, you'll actually know in the real exam how to do that. Okay, clear? So in this context, the question of today is pretty straightforward question, something that's making rounds right now and something that's very relevant. Okay. So the question is this: list down what are the social implications and economic implications arising out of IT industries in the cities. IT means information technology, especially if you see Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Gurgaon, all those have become IT hubs. So because of the IT culture coming up due to IT industries in the cities, what are the social implications, that is for society, and what are the economic implications for the cities and the society, both pros and cons? So whatever comes into your mind, you can share and build upon the answer. Clear?
Sir, Uday.
Uday, tell me.
Sir, I have an issue, sir. Like whenever I read mains question, sir, I'm unable to figure out the keyword, and even though I know the answer, but I'm not able to write it, sir. Like in this question, implications is the keyword. I don't know what is implication.
Implication is impact.
Even though I know about IT. Okay. So that is the issue I'm facing, sir. Like every question, after reading the answer, I'm able to understand the question.
Okay. See, if you don't know things, what you need to do is you need to break the keyword to understand. Implication. I don't know the word, but at least I know what is implicate or impact. This is how you have to come to. You understand? Okay. So, yeah. So go ahead and do it. I'll be putting you all into 2 breakout groups with 6 minutes time, 3 participants each. Please introduce yourself. What is your background? And also discuss on this question. Okay. Click join to join in the breakout groups. Yes. Hello, students. I welcome you all back. Yeah. So I see that the kind of conversations are getting mature day by day, where I see some concrete and strong points being put by each of you. In this context, for those of you who have been in this flow of preparation, are you all able to see some difference in the way you're able to articulate your thoughts? I see some senior students, Rajneesh, Sindhu. Can you add something on that lines? What do you feel about?
Definitely, sir. Like now thoughts are coming, and like now I can totally see that कि what are the pros and cons. मतलब पहले तो ये चीज पता ही नहीं चलता था कि दोनों को शुरू कहाँ से करना है, तो चीजें बिल्कुल अब फ्लो में आती हैं सर. जैसे अभी हम लोगों ने जो मीटिंग में हमारी जो बातें हुई, तो जैसे वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात हुई कि महिलाओं को लाइक जॉब्स मिल रहे हैं, लाइक दे आर इकोनॉमिकली गेटिंग इंडिपेंडेंट. फिर सिंधु ने एक बात रखी कि लाइक नाइट शिफ्ट की वजह से सिक्योरिटीज इश्यूज है, या फिर ओल्डर पेरेंट्स को दिक्कत हो रही है. उसके बाद खुश ने भी एक बात रखी कि जैसे बाहर में जो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर्स जो हैं, जिसकी वजह से बहुत सारे लोगों को रोजगार मिल रहा है. फिर खुश का एक और पॉइंट भी आया कि नहीं, नाइट शिफ्ट्स तो हैं, लेकिन कंपनीज आर टेकिंग इनफ giving enough facilities to the women so that they can work in night. तो चीजें अब concrete हो रही हैं सर.
Very good. Very good. This is exactly what I called as, building the knowledge base of your mind and getting those subjectual clarity in place. See, this is a question from Indian society. You would have not even covered the Indian society as a subject, but how are you able to build that matured content around it? If you add a certain fact, a report, or a data, your answer will be topmost when compared to a normal answer. Are you getting how a normal answer can become a top answer? You all can write means. It's just about how you are able to build the good people. Okay? Very good, Rajneesh. And one workout I hope you are doing right now, that is every day, are you just listening to the news on air, like 15 minutes or 30 minutes? Can you make that a habit? It will work wonders.
Sure,
That is what I want to give you as a hack of the day. The hack of the day that I want to give all of you is, okay. I have told this, but I'm again telling this. I'm repeating it. Pardon me. The hack of the day is this. The hack of the day is, okay, become the person. What do you mean by become the person? See, always associate yourself with people who are smarter than you or people whom you wish to become into. What I mean by that is you all are heading towards becoming officers, policy makers, and where you are taking the crucial decisions in the country that will shape the country, correct? So you need to be surrounded by officers all the time. What do I mean by that? Sir, how do I have officers around me? I don't have officers around me. I'm here by myself, correct? How do you surround yourself by officers all the time? What I mean by that is you can surround yourself by the officers through their thoughts, which are available through their books, through their videos, right? Now, every single day, when you are able to listen to the conversations related to the government, the conversations or discussions related to what the experts are speaking, and just feel as if you are in their company, listening to their videos, listening to their content. Whether you understand that or not, that's a different thing. But are you able to pick up whatever you can? As you go on doing it day by day, day by day, day by day, you start picking up the content. And when you start picking up the content, no matter what question comes, if you, the moment you know the keyword, you will be able to build upon a matured idea and your subconscious mind will kick in with the data, with the fact that is required. Are you all getting that? That magic can happen only when you constantly involve yourself in that format. This does not apply only for UPSC, any area of your life. If you want to grow in health, listen to health coaches. If you want to grow in relationship, listen to relationship coaches. If you want to grow in any skill of your career, listen to the people in that particular domain. Are you able to understand? So in this context, I would recommend all of you to do these two workouts or one workout at least. So the one workout that you can do every single day is if you are going on a morning walk or if you're going to your office, can you plug in your headphones and listen to the news on air? Very, very simple. Morning, midday, or evening. If you can't listen to all the three, just listen to the evening or morning. Okay. And one more optional thing is please listen to the big picture discussions of All India Radio. Of Rajya Sabha TV. Okay. So this is a YouTube channel of Rajya Sabha TV, and some interesting discussions will happen. For example, if Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified as a member of parliament, now immediately it's very fascinating to get into the politics of the issue. But please do not get into the politics. Get into the polity. What is the criteria as per Article 108, Clause 1, Clause E? And what is the criteria as per Section 8 of Representation of People Act? What exactly are they talking about disqualification of MPs? That is where you need to get into. Understood that? So when you constantly engage yourself curiously on what's going on and just Googling things, don't need to make notes, don't need to do things perfectly, not needed. But when some question like this comes, that data or that information that you have heard will kick in. Clear? Making sense? So become the person that you want to become. So this is the hack I want to give you for all of you. So please do this. Clear? Type clear in the chat box if this part is clear for all of you. Yeah. become the person that you want to become, right? So over just 1 month, you all can try this for just 1 month. You will see such tremendous difference in the way you articulate your thoughts. And this is called going towards maturity. So faster the maturity that you achieve, faster will be your success. So let's get back into our discussion. So it is about understanding what are the challenges and what are the best practices that you follow. Okay. So let's go one by one and finish this aspect as early as possible. Okay. So let's begin with Rajneesh. Please, you can only begin as you speak. Rajneesh.
सर लाइक कुछ तो पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम्स भी चल रहे हैं लाइफ में, तो उसकी वजह से भी दिक्कतें थी, लेकिन सर आई नो कि चीजों को मैनेज करना ही होता है आपको अपने भीतर से। तो ये लास्ट एक वीक बहुत प्रोडक्टिव रहा है। मैंने सीखा है कि जैसे एक गलती जो मुझे लगा कि मैंने अपने इंटायर लाइफ किया सर, कि मैं किसी भी चीज को बहुत जल्दी फिनिश करने में विश्वास रखता था। तो मतलब चूंकि मैं साइंस से शुरू से बिलोंग किया रहा, तो साइंस की बेसिक्स मेरी बहुत क्लियर थी, तो उसमें दिक्कत नहीं हुई। लेकिन जैसे ही मैं आर्ट्स के सब्जेक्ट्स में आया, तो यहाँ पे जो मैंने जल्दीबाजी की उसकी वजह से मुझे कॉस्ट हुए, जैसे मैंने नोट्स नहीं बनाए। ये सब चीजें मुझे बहुत डीपली रियलाइज हुआ कि जब आप कोई काम कर रहे हो तो वो आपके भीतर जो जल्दीबाजी है ना, वो बहुत कॉस्ट करती है, उसको अवॉइड करना है। और ये चीज मैंने बहुत डीपली लास्ट एक वीक में रियलाइज किया है। दूसरी चीजें क्या है कि मतलब जैसे चीजों को जो याद करना होता है, मेमोराइज करना होता है, तो मतलब बहुत फैक्ट्स आते हैं तो आदमी उसको जबरदस्ती याद करने की कोशिश करता है, लेकिन उससे वो चीजें और डिले हो जाती है। रादर देन अगर आप उसको इंटरैक्ट करते हो तो स्ट्रेस डेवलप नहीं होता है, और फिर वो चीज थोड़ा समय लेता है बट वो याद बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है। और मतलब वो
Share an
लंबे
example for that. What happened when you found difficult?
सर कि एक्चुअली आई वाज रीडिंग अबाउट द नेशनल पार्क, है ना। अब सपोज करो कि मेघालय में 2 नेशनल पार्क थे, एंड लाइक दे आर द नोक्रेक एंड द बालपक्रम, ठीक है। अब सपोज करो कि बालपक्रम साउथ ऑफ द गारो हिल्स में है, एंड लाइक वहां पे ना एक एशियन गोल्डन कैट भी था, ठीक है। अब इतनी डेटा है, नोक्रेक, बालपक्रम, साउथ, तो ये डेटा एक्चुअली आई वाज रीडिंग इट कि ये सब है, लेकिन वो हो नहीं रहा था। Previously I used to do that, but इधर stress level बढ़ रहा था, तो I was just forcing myself, but that day you told me go with the flow, that word थोड़ा सा लगा कि pause लेना चाहिए मुझे। Now I have made a story that a boy is climbing the South Garo hills with and like एक उसके हाथ में कैट है, तो like वो जैसे वो स्टोरी बनता है ना, चीजें बहुत आसानी से कनेक्ट हो जाती है। तो मतलब मैंने I have all the techniques sir, but रिजल्ट जो मतलब जैसे पॉलिटी के जब मैंने टेस्ट दिए या इकोनॉमी के टेस्ट दिए, तो आई वाज लिटिल ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, और वो जो ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट होता है वो टेस्ट के टाइम पे भी दिखता है। जैसे मतलब मैं जब टेस्ट दे रहा था ना, तो विद इन मी इट वाज गोइंग कि लेट्स फिनिश द टेस्ट एंड लेट्स चेक द रिजल्ट। तो उसके पीछे जो रीजन था डीप डाउन द कॉन्शियसनेस कि आई वाज वेरी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट द पॉलिटी, कि नहीं मेरे को तो आता है। तो ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजें होती है ना सर, जो बहुत मतलब आपको अगर ये चीजें अगर आप पकड़ में नहीं आएगी तो बहुत हार्म हो जाता है ना। तो सिंस मतलब मेरा थोड़ा सा रहता है कि आई ऑलवेज लुक विद इन माई सेल्फ, और थोड़ा सा मैं आपके जो सजेशंस होते हैं मैं समझता हूँ कि सर ने यहाँ पे वो बोला था, जैसे वो क्वेश्चन के थ्रू कॉन्सेप्ट सीखना, तो मतलब मैंने किया, लेकिन उसमें दिक्कत ये हो रही थी मेरे को कि सपोज करो मैं कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं बना, फिर मैं उसको ढूंढने गया तो उसमें बहुत सारे डिटेल्स मिलते थे, एंड इट वाज टेकिंग टू मच टाइम। फिर मुझे बहुत उसके कारण दिक्कतें होने लगी, तो फिर मैंने छोड़ दिया वो प्रैक्टिस। लेकिन फिर एक आइडिया क्लिक किया कि यूट्यूब पे बहुत सारे ऐसे मतलब क्वेश्चंस पड़े हुए हैं, तो अगर आपको कभी लगे कि कोई टॉपिक रिवाइज करना है और आपको उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा है, तो आप वहां चले जाओ, वहां से क्वेश्चंस बनाओ, नहीं बने तो फिर वहां पे टीचर्स हैं, कोई ना कोई आपको हेल्प कर देता है। तो ये सब पिछले एक वीक में मुझे बहुत हद तक लगा कि कुछ कुछ गलतियां जो मेरे से हो रही हैं सर, वो चीजें ठीक हुई हैं। लास्ट एक वीक प्रोडक्टिव रहा है सर। द बेस्ट लर्निंग वो जो हड़बड़ाहट था, मुझे ये लगा कि सर लास्ट 30 साल से मैंने ये गलती की, जिसकी वजह से मुझे बहुत पेनफुल रहा एक्सपीरियंस। मतलब अगर आप शांति से कोई काम करते हो तो वो जल्दी होता है और इफेक्टिव होता है।
Absolutely, that's the key. Because when you're stressed, when you're resisting, you are like, your ideas will get blocked. But when you let go, you actually go with the flow. I'll tell you this experience. When you're sitting in this mains hall and writing your mains, sometimes you know what happens, especially in an essay paper, when a topic is there and you want ideas, suddenly you will, if you are stressed, you will get such a mind block for 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you might not be able to write. Okay. But if you actually are calm, the way you will be able to connect things is so beautiful. Your essay will start flowing. So especially during your mains, you know, see right now, Rajneesh, you are working for your prelims. But when it comes to your mains, this is not how you will function. You will go like as if you are going for a drawing competition with a clean canvas in your mind. And you will only think when the question comes. Till then, you won't even think. So the magic for that to happen, you need to go with the flow. And all of this is, I mean, see, there are three ways of learning. Understand this. One is by listening, that is auditory learning. Second is kinesthetic learning, that is by touch. And third is by reading. You have to do all the three ways for your mind to understand. For example, if you're learning about a national park, you can just Google the image of where it is where in India, what animal is associated with it, and how it has come in the question. So when you're associating things in that particular way, constantly you will start building. And once you brainstorm, you can also brainstorm this. Which state, which national park do I remember? So when you go on brainstorming and reading, your mental mind map and mental maps will get created about that. And on the later date, let me tell you, when you close your eyes and visualize India, every state will start popping up with all the subjects and relevant information that you've studied. So that's how things will start merging as an information, which you will use it during the meets. Clear with that part? So do that particular thing. And again, I'm telling you all, March month will be a month of madness where things will get too much pressure on you. But in that particular area only, the more and more and more of questions when you keep solving, the more and more of ideas and learning you will be getting, and you will be putting that into the course. That's the only thing. Okay. Every day target of solving 50 to 100 questions minimum. One from our test series, second from the previous year questions. And if you have completed both, you are welcome to take other institute test series or also in one part. It's okay. But first priority to previous year question, second to the test series that we are giving, and third to any other questions that you're doing. Clear with that, Rajesh?
Yes.
Right? So do that. And regarding the perfectionism, where are you right now on that? Doing things perfectly.
Sir, I'm not very much satisfied with the preparation that I have, but today I have also attempted the test. Actually, I was able to solve 45 questions out of it. Even like मेरे मतलब physics से ही कम से कम 7-8 questions थे, तो that has helped me a lot. Confidence तो है सर, लेकिन I think कि थोड़ा सा और समय चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत सारी पुरानी हैबिट्स होती हैं सर जो आपको ब्लॉक करती हैं. और वर्ड्स तो आप बताते हो सर, लेकिन वो रियलाइज जब तक होता नहीं. ऑल्दो सर आई एम अ विपासना प्रैक्टिशनर, तो मतलब आई नो हाउ टू लुक विद इन योरसेल्फ, बट स्टिल सर और भी बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स हैं सर लाइफ में जो आपको डिस्टर्ब करते हैं. तो बट सर नॉट गिविंग अप, सो 100% trying my level best, sir.
This is how you have to do it, Rajneesh. You know, even if you solve one question also, it's okay. But once you solve those 45 questions, you need to check why it went correct. One. Second, what all questions went wrong. Because of what you missed, it went wrong. This is how you have to go question by question and analyze. Please don't see things on a, and this is a lesson that I want to tell all of you who are writing test series. Please don't generalize your performance. There's no point generalizing your performance. You should take every question and try to analyze what missed here. How did I think during the exam time? How am I seeing it now? This analysis only will help you take it forward. Okay. So keep doing it, work through the question papers, and you can do it. Okay. Okay. We have 67 days to go. And knowledge part you have gained, skill part you need to build up. Okay.
Yes.
Super. Okay.
Thank you so
Feel
much.
free to connect even beyond this so that we can help you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Next is Sindhu. Sindhu, how's your preparation going?
Good evening, sir. Yeah, my preparation is going well. Last week, my productivity is very low because of some personal issue. But yeah, I'm back to my preparation. I'm covering CSAT and geography right now. I'm revising them. Yeah, it's going well, sir. No issues.
Fine. Okay, are scores good? Are they consistent enough?
Yes, I'm improving and I'm learning from the questions, and I'm also checking the explanation when sir provides that. And I'm attending the paper discussion class also. So obviously I'm learning many tips and tricks from that. And every time I'm saying that where I am weak and where I'm doing the questions well, so that I'm just analyzing my progress and also where I should improve. So it is helping me.
So what was that new thing that you did in this particular test series, Sindhu? Anything additional that you did this time that worked for you? Would you like to share anything on that lines?
No new things, sir. As I already shared previously, it is just I'm using, sometimes I'm using eliminating method, and sometimes it is shoot shot, sometimes elimination method, sir. Nothing new this time.
Okay. So you're not taking much of logical guess. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Good, Sindhu. Please continue then. Super. I
Sir,
would
one
recommend
thing
everyone to attend the test series school. Yeah. Rajesh?
एक चीज सर जो मुझे टेस्ट सीरीज से जो समझ में आई कि जैसे जो स्टेटमेंट्स वेरीफाइबल नहीं है, बहुत सारे जैसे स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, सपोज करो कि अगर कोई आर्ट एंड कल्चर का एक आता है कि लाइक इंडिया में एक ही सर्कुलर टेम्पल है, कुछ ऐसा जो वेरीफाइबल नहीं, जिसको बहुत हार्डली वेरीफाई किया जा सकता है, वो एक चीज मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया सर। मतलब ये स्टेटमेंट्स के साथ वो क्या माइंडसेट लेके आया है, मतलब जैसे एक तो डेटा है सर, लेकिन उस डेटा के बियॉन्ड भी सपोज करो कि क्या इसको अगर आप मान लेते हैं एक लाइन हमने बोल दिया, क्या ये लाइन वेरीफाई किया जा सकता है? मतलब इस सेंस में मैं बोलना चाहता हूं सर कि उस फैक्ट को अगर वेरीफाई करना मुश्किल नहीं है तो उसको ट्रू मानने में कोई गलती नहीं होती।
Seriously, nothing can be absolutely verified.
I'm
What I
just
meant to say,
telling
anything can
my
change
learning
anytime.
from the test, sir. I'm just मतलब ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टेटमेंट्स मैं देखता रहता हूँ जो मतलब जिसको वेरीफाई करना बहुत मुश्किल है। मतलब अगर वो स्टेटमेंट्स डाला हुआ है तो उसको आप ट्रू मान लो, क्योंकि उसको वेरीफाई नहीं किया जा सकता कि अच्छा ऐसा नहीं होता है। मैं अपनी बात ठीक से नहीं रख पा रहा हूँ, मतलब वो मेरी एक लर्निंग रही है सर टेस्ट की, जिससे कि क्वेश्चंस में जो 4 ऑप्शंस होते थे ना, वो चारों को लेके जो एक मतलब क्या कहते थे कि जैसे लगता कि ऑल द 4 ऑप्शंस को बहुत हार्डली गो थ्रू करना था, उसमें ये वाला अप्रोच से एक दो ऑप्शंस तो ऐसे लगते हैं कि बहुत आसानी से जो सर ने समझाया था हमें, तो वो चीज मुझे बहुत हेल्प करता है सर। जैसे वो दिखता है कि ये ऑप्शन नहीं काम करेगा तो मेंटली बहुत रिलैक्स होता हूँ कि इसको तो हटा दो, फिर ये सारे ऑप्शंस हट जाते हैं। ये एक टेक्निक है जो दिखने में आसान है लेकिन बिना प्रैक्टिस के लगता नहीं।
That's how skilled. That's how it is.
हाँ, मतलब जस्ट मैंने अपनी लर्निंग शेयर की सर कि वो मेरे को लगता था कि यार ये तो बड़ा आसान है, हो जाएगा, लेकिन पहला दूसरा तीसरा चौथा टेस्ट में तो सर मुझे इतनी दिक्कतें हो रही थी, लेकिन वो मेंटरिंग सेशन में ये लाइन को बार बार सर रखते हैं, तो वो चीज मुझे क्लिक किया कि आपको जैसे दिखे कि ये ऑप्शन गलत है उसको काटो, उसके ऑप्शंस को हटाओ, मेंटली आप रिलैक्स हो जाओगे, ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट होकर फोकस करोगे। तो ये चीज टेस्ट मेंटरिंग सेशन का सर मुझे एडवांटेज मिला सर।
Our mind is designed to find the negative. Okay, find the wrong things. You observe, you first see what's wrong in the person rather than what's good in that person. That's how our mental tuning is, correct? So use that for your advantage. Find out what's wrong, remove it. Go on eliminating using logic, presence of mind, knowledge, or common sense. Whatever you can. Eliminate, come to the answer. That's the method with which you can. Good. Thank you, Rajesh. Next. Anubhav, what's your journey has been? What realizations you got in this?
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Anubhav.
Sir, till now the journey was very good, and as you told me in the last meeting, I should go on the previous year questions and their topics, and I should prepare at least 3 subjects. You told me to prepare environment, science, and geography at least, which are high-paying subjects. So in this week I was onto that, and with the help of the Google Sheet, I got the topics which was there in the previous year for environment. Then I have almost covered all the topics of the environment section. Today I will start geography and the science and technology. The topics are very less, and sir, the problem which I'm facing is that while solving the test, once I go through the question paper, suppose I go from starting to end of the paper, a certain kind of stagnation is coming within me, that ये तो हो गया, अभी ठीक है, मतलब हो गया, ये कितना देख लिया, अभी कितनी बार फिर से जाना पड़ेगा. But while solving the question paper today, I went on the question paper again, and I was able to eliminate few more questions also. But in the process, I ended up doing some questions which were correct earlier, and then ज़्यादा दिमाग लगा दिया तो वो गलत हो गया. That became wrong. So, sir, कहीं ना कहीं actually मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि the base which I have created earlier is a little perforated, because I got very less time to make up my base, and I need to do patchwork into that.
Correct.
To fill the gaps and make a good base
Correct.
out of it. So this was the realization, and अभी तक क्या हो रहा था कि 70-80 नंबर आ रहे हैं, every test 80, 89, 70 something. अभी भी I'm at 80 only.
Correct.
But I think I need a breakthrough. What shall be done? And
So,
I think I will get it.
yes, Anubhav, this is where you need to work upon the bird's eye view of the subject first, followed by filling up the bird's eye view with the information that you learn. Example, if you are talking about ancient India, you should know the chronology of the topics that are involved. For example, we had the prehistoric age, followed by Indus Valley, followed by Vedic, followed by post-Vedic, etc. Once you know the strong structure there of the main topics, then when you're solving the questions, you will know which one to put where. Are you getting the idea? Say with respect to polity, you should divide the subject into 3 parts. The philosophy of the constitution, structure of the government, or the system of the government, and the constitutional and non-constitutional bodies. For example, if you come across what is called citizenship, you should know that it is a part of citizenship chapter. That alone, if you know, and constantly keep working upon through the questions, you will be able to build upon the knowledge base. Getting the idea?
ये सुनील स्टील का सुपरवाइजर होगा उधर सत्यवीर है क्या?
There is some so
sir, actually it's walkie-talkie. Sorry.
Okay. Can we go ahead? Yeah. Okay. So, Anubhav, this is where you need to work upon constantly building the knowledge base so that your marks will slowly improve. So for now, do not get overwhelmed. Whatever questions you could solve, leaving that apart, whatever questions you could not solve, what is that learning you're getting from each question? Write down the comments on the right side of the question. Clear with that? I hope you're taking the printout of the question paper and solving it. I hope you're not solving it in the, correct? Please do that. I recommend everyone to take a printout and do it. On the right hand side, write down the comments after every question or what learnings you got from every question. That will give you the knowledge base to become. Understood. The sequence is always have good set of notes and work on with that limited material to take the questions. There will be new questions that you will be coming across in every test. But whatever questions you know, are you able to attempt well? This is it. But could you please throw light a little more upon what do you mean by stagnation? Can you emphasize on what is meant by that?
Sir, I felt very less energy to attempt the leftover questions again. Suppose some question was not coming, and I marked doubtful in that case. Then I moved on forward. Then again going on to this question and further deliberating was a difficult task. Yes.
So here, always focus on sure shot and elimination only. Okay, where sure shot you're able to eliminate all that, come to the question. That's the first preference. Next is elimination and coming to the answer, second preference. Beyond that, okay, if you still have questions to do, check if the numbers have met or not to meet the cutoff. If the numbers have met, good to go. Do not take too much risk. But if your numbers have not met, then you can go back and go with the other questions. But if in this scenario, if you're not able to go ahead, that means that you don't have the information base. How will you use it? You should have some information base, you use the logic, right? See, the other day, there was a question asked regarding the great Indian bustard. In which of the following biomes it could be found? Okay, the type of forest it could be found. So if you know how a great Indian bustard will look like, if you know what type of a bird it is, or which state bird is great Indian bustard, you can actually come to a logic of it being an evergreen or a deciduous or a mountain bird, etc. If you don't even know such logic, how will you come to the answer? Getting the point. So that is where you should know, how are you coming to the answer? For example, I think the Gujarat state bird is great Indian bustard. So Gujarat has a deciduous forest and a desert type of an environment also, correct? So probably it could be deciduous. If you don't know about that bird, but at least you know that it's the state bird, etc. You understood? So that's how you should think. What logic am I using to come to the answer? That logic is what will help me. Yeah. So you have just started with 2 tests. Please go on continuously building upon the base and taking up the questions. You will pick up your score. This is what I'm trying to tell. Clear? Anubhav, I hope I answered your question. That's where the breakthrough comes.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
the firefighting attitude has to continue, and we are there to handle it.
Sir, I am attempting a lot of questions. I attempted approximately 53 plus 28 questions, and many questions were wrong. I feel tempted to attempt the question. I don't know why this is happening because I feel that I know something about it, but I'm not able to mark it correctly.
So that is where we need to work upon improving the accuracy. By only attempting the questions, you are of a great clarity. Okay, if you don't have that clarity, don't go ahead with that. The 53 that you went in the first round, okay, or first round or second round, please ask this question to stay in the test mentoring call. Please ask this question. Okay, get the inputs there. But my suggestion is only focus on sure shot and elimination if you have a clear clarity. If you don't have clarity, don't go with logicalness. This happens when you're prepared for more than a year in this journey. You would feel like you know everything, but the clarity goes missing. You will know everything, but the point here is how much clarity and accuracy are operating. Okay, so please check this particular thing with the mentor. He'll be able to answer. Okay, so go ahead and fit it. Thank you. Okay. Next, Sachin, how's your preparation going?
Good evening, sir. So my preparation in this week is like very great, sir. I've completed modern history. From today, I have started art and culture, sir. In modern history, I faced an issue, sir, to where the limitation of subjects. For example, before companies rule and crowns rule, there are many rebellions, like tribal, zamindari, and peasantry rebellions. To what extent should we limit learning them, sir? Like the main theme, the years and main personalities of the rebellion, or to what extent should we read the thing? I'm stuck with that issue, sir, in modern history.
Okay. Do you know the essence of why Santhal rebellion happened?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, exploitation of British and money lenders and zamindars, sir. That was a cruel revolution, sir.
So that happened, no? So you know the crux of the matter, when it happened, why it happened. Okay, that's all you need to know for now. And then use our technique that I'm doing it to come and see what is the extent you need to know. You don't decide what is the extent you need to know, but let the current affairs decide what you need to know. For example, here if you see 31st July 2022, there has been an issue on Santhal rebellion. And 25th July 2022, there is a aspect where 4 tribal revolts have been recognized, invoked in a speech that I've touched upon here. You're getting the point? Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
these 2 issues are happening in Indian Express. And then you go to the Hindu and check also once. You will get to know if there is any angle being discussed here. So here you will notice that there is no much.
But we can't Google every single topic from each and every.
Not needed. This is what I'm trying to tell you here. You don't need to go with every single topic, but the concept that you're reading. For example, here Sachin read about Santhal rebellion, and his question was, to what extent should we know it? The answer for that I'm giving you now. Getting the point? You don't need to go through the issue right now, but just know which is in current affair. Know what angle is coming in and write down the headline alone. Enough. Santhals and their great revolt of 1855. Okay, this one was editorial has been given here, and here if you notice, the tribal revolts President Murmu invoked in her inaugural speech. Why did she talk about tribal revolts? Because she is also a tribal. Getting the logic here. So this can be a prelims question regarding the angle that's coming in here. And apart from these, if you see, there's nothing much going on here. So what exactly are these two articles you go through and you're good to go. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Getting the point? And further, how can we put a boundary? After your history is done, is there any question asked about Santhals in mains in the previous year? Go check that. That angle you touch upon and you're done. You don't even need to bother anything else apart from that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sachin, this is all you need to do. Uday, clear?
Sir, like I'm reading Santhals. Again, next I go to 1857 result. Again, I will go to some other topic. In modern history, in tribal revolts only, we have 4. In Zamindari 1. In civil rebellion 2 or 4. So, why I enter only Santhas? Like I might go to tribal revolts also. Like why it comes
See, how
under
many are
my
there?
focus?
You list down how many tribal events could be there. There are hardly around maximum 10 or 8, correct?
10. Yeah.
Yes,
10
sir.
keywords. 10 keywords are there, correct? So you take each of the keyword and just one search, you can Google it and you will know which of the particular revolt is in news. See, I came
Yes,
across
yes.
the speech of President Draupadi Murmu because I was searching about a tribal. So tribals is the broader section. Okay, see if I go and type tribals, okay, and the Hindu, this is a much more broader search that you're doing.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at this. I am getting angles of how tribals are working upon. National Tribal Health Mission is coming in. Okay, are you able to see that? The process of inclusion and exclusion of tribals is coming in. I'm not getting the historical perspective, I'm getting the present perspective. And outreach to tribals that checks all boxes, but this is 2021, too far a news. So just focus on these two. This can be a very potential question. National Tribal Health Mission. So this is coming as a social issue topic. What you're reading is history, but what you're seeing here is social issue topic. I mean, social justice topic. Yeah. So if you are connecting the history and the present, you will exactly know how tribals as a community evolved from the historical time and what is the present status of them right now and what measures we can take as a government to help them. Would I making sense how things are evolving?
Yes, sir.
This is how
Yes,
it will
sir.
help you. If you are reading newspaper, you might leave this. But when you are going through tribal, and if you are searching on the word tribals, and if you're searching on the specific movement, you are getting both the angles right there. So you're giving the historical perspective, you're giving the social justice perspective, and if they ask an essay on tribals, you'll have all the perspectives with you. Clear with this?
Yes.
Right? It takes a little maturity. That is why I told you that first focus on the static. And as you're focusing on the static, the moment you get to know that this particular area is in news, just star mark it. In your second revision, you can actually focus only on these things. Your hit ratio will be very high. See, 11 crore tribal
Okay, sir,
people
got
are there in India. It's a huge number, right? What are we doing about it?
Yes,
And
yes,
we
11.
think, many of the times we think that we need to teach them how to live a civilized life. Actually, they are so much learnings that they actually can teach us how to lead a more civilized life. You know, there are many books on these things also. So tribals, and especially, you know, if by chance, if you are from that kind of a background, UPSC is very interested to ask you more questions. Clear with that, Uday, how things will evolve. Okay.
Got it.
So plus we will also give you the, and plus through the prelims questions, through the mains questions, you will be able to narrow down on those topics. See, for example, if you feel that you haven't covered current affairs for the exam, don't worry. Because when you're solving the test questions are the concepts which are there in current affair. Example I gave you again. Let's take the example again of Rahul Gandhi being disqualified. Let us say you don't know that current affair. But if you have studied about disqualification of the MP as a part of the question, that question will actually come in the exam. Making sense? This is how we have to do. Good. Sachin, clear with your doubt?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Please
Thank
do
you,
that
sir.
exercise. The only way to put a boundary for what extent you need to read is current affair and previous year question. Keep this in mind.
Yes, sir.
Chetan, how's your preparation going? Welcome to the call.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I finished the GS starter kit. And then I'm pretty much confused from where to start and how to make the notes and how to deal with the current affairs. So I'm in a dilemma. And as I told you also, I have taking the coaching from for two subjects, geography and polity, in other platform. So it's becoming confusing for me whether to follow this one or that one. And regarding notes making also, what I usually do is I love to make detailed notes first. Then I'll go through it n number of times. Then after when it comes to exam or near revision, I'll make it into short notes like you said, when like my mind maps and reducing this thing. Then later that reducing that into very small notes, that into very small notes. That was which I was follow during my gate preparation during engineering days. So is that approach is
no, not do, you don't need to do it, and if you do it, you will never end your preparation. Please understand. This applies to all of them. Chetan, for your question, this is the approach that you need to go with. Again, I'm repeating it. Just get a bird's eye view of the subject. If I say geography, you should know that there are three parts: physical geography, India and world geography, and economic geography. If you go to physical geography, you should know a bird's eye view that there is oceanography, there is climatology, and there is geomorphology. If you go to geomorphology, you should know the basic idea that there are layers of the planet Earth, what are the layers that are there, and how things are operating. A bird's eye view. Once you have the bird's eye view, when you're solving the questions, Chetan, you will start building upon the knowledge base. The structure has to build a skeleton, then fill the flesh. Without the skeleton, if you fill the flesh, nothing concrete will form. So what mistake a general student does, it's not your mistake, it's the mistake of the academic system. Till now, you would have never studied an exam like this, because always you had a syllabus, you had a book, you study that, the same questions will come in the exam, you solve it. But in UPSC, syllabus is not defined, books are not defined, question paper is not defined. How will you familiarize yourself in the uncertain territory? That is what UPSC is checking from. For that, focus on building the base from the notes of the classes, and then focus on concretizing the notes through previous year questions. And then you focus on connecting it to current affair and getting and narrowing down which concept is important for that year. For example, Chetan, assume you are preparing even for next year. Assume. Now, do you think you'll sit and make the whole notes again? Not needed. You just need to know for that particular year from your notes which area is important. That's it. So when you operate in that angle, you will be able to build up. Clear? Coming back to your question, if you are attending classes elsewhere with respect to certain subjects, please continue that, and whatever is pending and remaining, that you cover here. Okay?
But sir, the problem is they are not only covering for the UPSC or what. They are they are covering from right from PC to DC. They are telling you.
Don't do that. I would really recommend you not to mix exams here. Okay, because UPSC is a totally different analytical ball game when compared to a normal SDA or FDA exam, which is very clerical exam. So always remember that you are the top of the hierarchy. Being the top of the hierarchy, you need to know the whole picture and you need not know the minute details like a clerk. Have you ever noticed a question in UPSC where they're asking decimal point kind of facts? No, right?
No.
They never ask even single word questions. Hardly you will find 4 or 5 questions. Rest all are analytical statement part questions. So your preparation for UPSC is different from any other exam in the country because it is on a broader level, analytical level. You can't go factual level. What I would really recommend you is if you're preparing for UPSC, go with analytical content and get a broader idea. Using your UPSC preparation, you can prepare for the lower level exams because when you know the analytical angle, you will know the static angle very easily. For example, if I know the importance of Mahatma Gandhi, I will know what Mahatma Gandhi has done in Ahmedabad mill strike, Keda Satyagraha, etc. Like that. You're getting the point. Okay. Please go from the top to bottom rather than from bottom to top.
Okay, sir.
Chintan, I would like you to connect with the mentor regularly on this and discuss on these things and take it forward. Okay. A small unlearning and relearning has to happen here before we go ahead.
Sir, is it possible for me to listen to the both classes of the from your academy and
you are always welcome, but the time, where is the time?
But what I am thinking was I am interested in geography to take as a optional. So listening from both helps me to build that base of the geography so that I can.
I totally disagree with you here because listening 2 or 3 classes does not build the base, but rather working on the questions build the base. I'm understanding the point.
Okay.
Please don't get into this bandwagon of listening more and more of classes. You will end up nowhere. This is a mistake committed by not only you, by 99.9% of the students who don't make it in that exam. Mistake that they commit is this. They go on listening classes, videos. They end up nowhere. Remember, once you listen to the class and have an idea, that's it, enough. Go with the questions and build on the notes. This is what Chetan. Again, I'm telling you, see, Rajneesh, with your permission, I'm taking your name here. Okay. So different students, Rajneesh, with your permission, I'm just taking your example here. When you came to us, you are from, to everyone, I would like to introduce Rajneesh. Rajneesh is the head of an IIT institute in Bihar. Okay. He trains students for IITs. Coming from that background of IIT training, the challenge that Rajneesh faced was perfectionism, remembering everything and knowing everything very deeply. And Rajneesh, I hope now how those things added as a disadvantage and now how this change of approach is making you more productive in this exam. Correct? So that unlearning has to happen for this exam, right? Rajneesh, you are mute. You're on mute.
Sir, with your permission, sir, actually, जो अभी जो discussion चल रहा था, and I was listening. The reason, even I know that कि ये गलती से मैंने सीख लिया है, but sir, still I was listening just for one reason, sir, कि ये चीज मैं दोबारा गलती नहीं कर सकता. मतलब I was attending the PRC and especially this discussion was going on, I was listening it very seriously because I know that कि ये वो mistake है जो आपसे आपका मन करवा लेता है. लेकिन अगर आप इस ट्रैप में गए, बहुत डिले हो जाएगा प्रिपरेशन को. तो इस माइंड को मुझे बिल्कुल क्लियरली बताना है कि नहीं, उस रास्ते पे नहीं जाना है. क्वेश्चन जैसे ही आपने चीजों का बेसिक्स तैयार किया, आप क्वेश्चंस बनाओ, वो चीजें एक बार में याद हो जाएंगी आप. क्योंकि ब्रेन को मजा आता है जब कोई चीज उसको नहीं आता है, फिर वो ढूंढता है, सर्च करता है, तो उसकी मेमोरी बहुत लास्ट करती है. और ऐसे फैक्ट्स आप याद कर रहे हो, वो बहुत आपको मतलब स्ट्रेस लाता है, मोनोटोनस बनाता है. और देन वी थिंक दैट कि यूपीएससी जर्नी इज वेरी टफ बिकॉज वी आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द एग्जाम. मेरा अभी मतलब एक्चुअली मतलब जो अभी कॉन्वर्सेशन में जो थे, मैं उनको ये सजेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि मतलब आप जो सोच रहे हो इसलिए सोच रहे हो क्योंकि आपने उसी तरह से लाइफ जिया है, और आपका मन उसको जस्टिफाई कराएगा कि आपको यही करना है। लेकिन एग्जाम की रिक्वायरमेंट जब तक आप नहीं समझोगे, बहुत समय चला जाएगा। मतलब प्रीलिम्स में 67 डेज है एंड आई एम लिसनिंग जस्ट बिकॉज, क्योंकि ये 1 घंटा पता नहीं कितने आवर्स को मेरा सेव कर देगा। आई नो द वैल्यू ऑफ 1 आवर्स कि मैं क्यों कॉन्वर्सेशन सुन रहा हूँ, बट आई नो दैट कि ये 1 घंटा मुझे बहुत हेल्प करने वाला है। ये बहुत बहुत जरूरी होता है। ये सर के एडवाइसेस क्लिक नहीं करते हैं, बट दैट नेवर मीन्स कि वो एडवाइसेस बहुत मतलब वो इतने वर्दी हैं। मतलब अगर आपको समझ में आ जाए ना, तो फिर आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अलग लेवल पे होता है।
Thank you, Rajneesh.
Thank you.
Chetan,
Okay,
you
sir.
know, this is the beauty of this call. You have students who are ahead of you. You have students beginning of you. When you see both the sides of the journey, you will actually get a better picture. So, Chetan, to conclude, what I'm trying to tell you is, please don't go in the bandwagon of covering as many classes as possible. That doesn't help. Rather,
Okay,
you
sir.
either hear it there or hear here. First, finish your base and then get into question solving. That's the key. Okay, please do that. And as you will be in touch with the mentor, keep on discussing on a day-to-day basis whatever doubts you have and get things clear.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
Chetan, getting the point?
Sir, then regarding current affairs, is it only enough to listen to the news on air now?
For
And-
now, just listen to it. Don't even bother anything. That's enough.
And you said to update when regarding the topic which we are studied today, how to update that, sir?
In the daily workout group, have you joined the Telegram group?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There you update.
No, not that, sir. If today I am reading like fundamental rights, then you told to go to the Google and search the Hindu, the news, the Indian Express, and make notes. I'm not getting that how to make notes, whether to write all the things that is coming
No,
in
not
the
needed.
what approach?
First priority, what you can do, Chetan, is first focus on completing the static. Go on completing the static, and whatever concept you are reading. Okay. For example, if it is volcano or earthquake or inflation, whatever concept you're touching upon, check what angle is in current affair if you can. If that is time consuming for you right now, don't do it right now. In the second revision, you can. Clear?
Okay, sir. Okay,
this
sir.
is customizable based on what works. See, I'll tell you why this is customizable. When for some students, that intellectual stimulation is needed for them to keep them on track. For some students, if there is too much information, they get confused. That's how your mind is made up. So for those of you who need an intellectual stimulation, see, why would you be interested to sit and read volcano or earthquake? It gets boring because you have not, what is the point? But when you know that, let's say that Turkey had an earthquake that killed 20,000 people, what made Turkey get the earthquake? Don't you think you should be curious?
Yes.
But the idea. And why doesn't, if an astrologer tells you that there will be an earthquake in Hyderabad or Karnataka, can you believe him? Logically?
No.
Why? Because Bangalore or Andhra Pradesh or Tamil Nadu or Kerala is not coming under the zone of plate tectonics. But if an astrologer comes and tells you that there will be an earthquake in Delhi, then you can believe him because it's in the plate tectonic margin. How will you know that? Only when you know the concept. I'm giving you a simple random example here. Okay. So based on what's working for you, the sequence is the same. Class notes, previous year questions, current affair, and first focus on the class notes. And as and when you're doing things, focus on previous year questions or current affair based on what interests. Okay. That's all it is. Okay. Please do that. And over the one-to-one calls, please discuss more and more with the mentor. That will help.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Students, I will be taking another half an hour more.
Sir,
If
one
by
more
any
question.
chance, one second. If by any chance, if any one of you are getting late for the test mentoring call, you may leave that time. Okay, please listen to every conversation. It will help. Chetan, go ahead.
Sir, I didn't get the link for the link to join 5 AM club.
Is it? You would have been
Yes.
sent. Okay.
No, sir.
I'll talk to the mentor and she will send it.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Next. Next is Kush. Please go ahead. Kush, are you there?
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I have just started my preparation this week. And first week has been a little bit unproductive because getting it integrated into my routine that is there at the office is a little tough. Today also, right now also, I have some renovation going on. So I'm listening to you and I am giving instructions, which is I have to again get it controlled within myself or within the timing.
But did you figure out in this last 1 week, what is your best time slot for study? How many hours you're able to study with your routine? Did you figure that out?
With my routine, I'm only able to do about 3 hours.
Okay.
I am not able to, as of now, I am not able to go higher.
Okay.
So yesterday I did get up at 5 o'clock.
Very
And
good.
I did two chapters in the morning, and then during the day I was able to get an hour, so I finished 1 chapter in between. Today, because guests and office work and everything, again it's gone for a toss, but I am sure I'll be able to finish 2 chapters again today. So it is going to be between 2 and 3 hours, but again I do know that I have to get it up to at least 4.5 hours, so that
that momentum is the key. Remember,
yeah,
slowly, once your mental muscle will start building, you will, without your knowledge, you will extend your capacity. Your learning speeds will improve. The speed with which you can listen to the video will improve. The way you make your notes will improve. It's all about the mental muscle and constant momentum. But for that, consistency is the key. You know, the attitude that you need to have in UPSC is like a kid, you know, who goes and hits the wall, falls down, get back up, goes, hits the wall and falls down and get back up. You're getting the point. Every single day is like you are doing some routine, but wherever you're missing out, you're pointing out where you're missing out, going back the next day and achieving it. So I would recommend you to have this mistakes book or have a journal, a diary with a date in it. Every single day, write down to-do list and mistakes. And every single day, whatever you could not complete, why you could not complete it, reflect. Every day you write. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, your mind will go on writing. On the 5th day, it itself will remind you what you need to work on. I call this as time budgeting. You know, I do this generally. What I do this is from the time you wake up, let's say 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, you make it in a day. You can do it on Google Calendar also. I would recommend you the old school method. Why? Because when you write, it goes to subconscious mind. Keep the diary with you all the time. After every hour, if you're using a smart watch, it will ring after every hour to indicate you that you should get up and walk and other things, correct? Every time it rings, you can mark down what you did in that hour. If you ended up wasting time on Instagram, just write it down. What you did in that hour. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, you will only understand how much time you're productively using for your work and study, how much time you're wasting. Just imagine if you're getting 86,400 rupees every day in your account, and if I take away 5,000 every day from your account, will you be silent? No, right? You'll question why am I losing 5,000, right? That 86,400 is the seconds that you have in a day, and don't allow anyone to steal away that time from you. How can you not allow anyone to steal away that time? By you being aware about it. Understood? So try this technique out. 2 things. 1, write down the time in the book. 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, whenever you start. And remaining, write down the mistakes. That is what will help you budget your time and improve your performance. Clear? Push. Good. You have started something. Good. You are able to notice your time and do it. And the next week has to be better than this. So go ahead.
Yeah. So it is easy to. So it's just that it's very easy to understand the concepts, but again, recalling them at the right time, as you said, I think last 1 or 2 points before that you just said that recalling those points is something that is important. So yeah, that again, I have started making the notes as what I am. So I have started doing it, and I can realize that even if I'm not reading those notes, if I just look at that one word that I have associated with, I can get the recollection done at a proper way, in a proper way.
Absolutely. And the best way, as I always tell, explain it to someone. That's the best way you can always do things. So keep it a habit where you can explain it to someone, or if you don't have anyone to explain, just take a sheet of paper, write down the keyword and write down what all you remember about it. That way you will know how much is inside. Getting a point. That is the way to go. Use that technique.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay, good. Keep going. And this call should be this kind of a workout call. Every week you come, you accept the mistake that you failed. It's okay. But when you tell in front of me and others, your subconscious mind will become alert. Remember, the day you understand this mind as a mind of its own, you will do wonders with it. That's all I can do. Okay. Do that.
Yeah.
Good. Good
Thank
progress. Thank you. Next. Palak, how's your progress been?
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
So my progress from last week, like I am getting into habit of sitting down again and studying. I've been not devoting too much time, like 2 hours or 2.5 hours only due to my college things, because it's end of semester and everything there is also stirring up assignments, exams and everything. So I couldn't find much time, but whatever time I'm getting, I have make a point. I should complete some topic. Like in 3-4 days, I have completed GS starter kit, oceanography and geomorphology. I've completed NCRT as well as my notes. But sir, here I am having a doubt. Last time also, in my previous attempts also, I read from my notes only in NCRT also. But like I am doing this again, how is this different from the previous?
You will be doing things differently here. How? One, you will be making your notes more updated with the previous year questions, okay, and with the current affairs. And once that notes are done, then through the practice of the question papers, you will be building upon the skill base. Getting the point. The knowledge base remains the same. It's not like whatever geography is very different as geography here, what you have done is different. No, geography is geography. But on that geography, have you updated it based on the previous year questions? And where are you narrowing down the content based on the previous current affairs? And then you will be starting with your mains mentoring starting from August. June. Clear? So the target is in the next 2.5 months, if you're able to recap on your notes and connect it to previous year questions, that's all. That's enough. Clear?
So, sir, for now, like I'm just reading the notes and the NCRT. Should I do topic-wise topic the previous year questions, or after the whole subject is over?
After the whole subject is done, take the previous year questions and work on it. For example, I showed this multiple times. I'm showing this again for you. So here, if you do the so I hope you have a previous year question paper booklet like this, correct?
Yes, sir.
You have one with you? If
Yes,
not,
sir.
I have given the link to purchase. You can even purchase that. Okay. So the previous year question paper topic book will be like this. Okay. Now let us say you are studying a topic like biology. No, let's go with something more concrete. Let us say you're doing about physical geography. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, each question will be a piece of learning for you.
Okay.
For example, let us say you are dealing with this aspect. Like, for example, the graph given below shows the mean average monthly temperature and monthly rainfall of a place. This was a 1995 question. The graph is indicative of which one of the climatic zones of the world. So you should know if you have made notes of the climatic zones in your notes. First thing. Are you able to locate which part of the notes it is? First. Second, am I familiar with these words? Temperate marine, semi-arid, rainy tropical, wet and dry. Am I familiar? Oh, if I am familiar, good. Am I able to recognize this graph? What exactly it is? You know, where is the temperature and where is the rainfall? What does it mean if April, May, June has the highest rainfall? What does it mean? What type of temperate climate would be? So this is how you will start thinking and narrow down on the answer. Okay. Now, once you narrow down on the answer, one option will be correct. 3 could be wrong. What are the other 3? What do I remember about them? If you are not able to recall, at least in my notes, have I mentioned anything about it? Can I skim?
Okay.
Getting the approach what I'm telling?
Yes, sir.
So in one question, you are learning 4 facts.
Okay.
On this particular thing, again, there could be a different angle of question being asked some other time. You understood? See here, look at the way the question is coming now.
Yeah.
Rainfall, temperature, 1999, how the question is asked. Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you had learned that angle, you could be answering this question if the database is there.
Yes, sir.
Now see, 2001.
Mm.
As you go down further, you will see such questions coming in a different angle. You see, 2010.
Mm.
Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are around 109 questions over the last 27 years. Don't you think from 109 or 110 questions, we are able to generate 440 to 500 facts?
Yes, sir.
Again and again and again, they repeat. Let me show you one more example where live, how exactly you can solve it, you will understand. For example, if you take this environment, you will notice that 2005, 2008, 2009, how if you had solved a 2005 question, it would have helped in 2008. For example, Kyoto Protocol was a topic. Methane was a topic on which questions were asked. If you had learned about these facts, you would have been able to solve this question in 2008 related to Kyoto Protocol and clean development mechanism. At least you would have had the information base to eliminate. And if you had studied these two in 2009, you would have been able to eliminate Kyoto Protocol because you know that Kyoto Protocol, is it related or not with carbon credits? You would have known that. Making sense how you can build upon the content. So through the questions, you will build upon the content. First you go with prelims, then you can go with mains.
Okay.
Now, again, look at this. Vitakarnika Desert National Park, Erevikulam, Kerala. Can you go to the map and locate this? Match the following. Can you go and see the images of this? Okay, once I see the image, once I'm able to locate the protected area, I'm learning 3 facts here.
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
Now, on each of these, okay, if you have, if you're working upon and if you have seen any current affairs related to it, you can also link it right here. Got the idea? So,
Yes, sir.
for example, Who Gibbon. This is a favorite question of UPSC. Yeah, it's repeating. So you will notice that in 2021, there was some discussion happening regarding Who Gibbon, but not anything this year. So not much important. But go and see the image. Oh, this is Who Gibbon. Okay, fine. Good. What type of forest it is? It is evergreen forest. Oh, good. Over. So now, let us say you go back. You don't know anything about this, but you know that Who Gibbon was in evergreen forest. So if it was a match the following question, Pakka you would have known that it's not in a desert.
Yes, sir.
Know that this could be in Kerala because Kerala has thick evergreen forest. Probably Who Gibbon is in Kerala, 3. So if 3, which is the only option, which is 3, D. 1, 2, 3. Getting how questions are being solved.
Yes, sir.
This is how you will build upon the notes through the questions.
And
So work around the questions and make it possible.
Sir, and the current affairs part also, like with the static part, same as previous year questions, after the whole subject is over, I need to do that Google technique or with the topics?
But my recommendation is there is no fixed rule. My recommendation is first update your notes on the static level by working on the previous year questions. Once your notes are ready, okay, then as a part of your revisions, you can go through the Google technique. Yeah.
Okay,
right now only you need not, but as and when you are going through the mains questions and the prelims questions, we will be touching upon there also. Yeah.
Okay.
Always remember the questions will be on the concepts only, which are there in current affair. So even if you don't know the current affair, if you know the concept, you're good.
Okay, sir.
So too much emphasis on current affair, specifically as to what is in news, not needed. But as and when you made your notes on a broader topic level, you can find out the current affair and mark that topic. because that angle could stand in.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
For example, if you come across G20 as a part of international relations. So when you see what is in G20, you will exactly get to know the entire news in a fraction of a second. After you have studied the subject, if you see, oh, these are all the things that are there. India is taken the leadership this time.
Yes,
So,
sir.
oh, I need to know about this. Got the idea?
Yes,
So
sir.
make a notes on that or write down the headlines on that. See if your notes are helping you there, or else what all additional points need to be there.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And
Okay.
lately, you can use the artificial intelligence very smartly in this aspect also. Okay. So for example, if you need any examples, if you need any interesting facts, interesting quotes, you can actually write it there. You're getting the point. So you
Yes.
can use ChatGPT in a very, very smart way too. Let me show you this. For example, I mean, you want ideas, or let us say, for example, okay, give me examples in India, from India, regarding areas of gender inequality. Assume this is a topic. I got a perspective of education. I got a perspective on employment. I got a perspective of gender-based violence. Are you able to see this?
Sir, isn't this the actual format of mains answer that we should
Yeah.
follow?
Yeah, but don't copy paste. Know the perspective.
Yeah.
See, artificial intelligence is always to aid you, not to replace you. Okay. So,
Yes.
can you reports emphasizing on the above points? These points. Yeah. So, is there any reports related to it? So, India's Daughter, a documentary film, spoke about this. Okay, gender and land rights in India, a review. I mean, you're getting the point.
Yes,
No one
sir.
is interested in your opinion. Everyone is interested in what reports have to tell. So, report by National Commission of Women. You write it. Do you think anyone can beat you now when you write regarding gender equality when these points are there?
No, sir.
Making sense. But
Yes.
again, I'm telling you, do not copy paste these, but rather you should know what point to use where to get your answer in a more presentable format. So if someone asks you, do you think India has gender inequality? Now, on every point you are mentioning, as highlighted by the so-called report, this fact exists. Do you think anyone can refute you?
No, sir.
That's how the game works of things. Clear?
Okay,
So, as a part of the mains mentoring, we will be allowing you to build upon the content in a presentable format and testing whether your presentation is as per the UPSC evaluation format. Yeah, that's how it's going.
Yes, sir.
You might mention the best of the knowledge, but if it is not according to what criteria I am looking at, how will you go ahead? How will you get marks?
Yes, sir.
That's all you go. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So use very carefully all of these tools. I'm introducing you to these tools so that you use these techniques effectively to master your content and presentation. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Please go ahead, Pavan. Okay, do fasten up the journey of revision so that we can take you into fields.
Yes, sir. I'll try, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next, Pramod. Pramod, anything you want to add on? Okay, Pramod is there. Preeti, please go ahead. Preeti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Preeti. How's your journey going?
It's fine, sir. Like I have started with geography.
Hmm.
I was able to finish some 37 classes, I guess.
Very good.
And I'm attending the polity live sessions.
Very good.
along with simultaneous reading of Lakshmikant, simultaneously the same topic.
Very good.
And I'm not going into any kind of current affairs or previous year questions. So for me, the point is like I have to know the topics first. So I'm not going into any of those things. I'm just
Absolutely.
going through classes and NCRTs. That's all.
Are you able to understand the classes? Understand the content?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes.
So what you need to do is, as and when you're understanding things, look around those concepts around you. Okay. If you're learning something related to polity, do I have that right with me? For example, let us say there's a freedom of speech and expression. Okay.
Yes.
What is meant by freedom of speech and expression? What all we are allowed to express, what all we are not allowed to express. For example, Rahul Gandhi was arrested because he had made a derogatory remark that defamed the Prime Minister. So that means that can't we voice our opinion in India? So what is meant by reasonable restrictions? So like that, you can start relating. Preeti, getting the point here? So
Yes.
for now, you are going in a good pace. Very good. Focus on, keep on making notes. And as and when the subject is complete, work on the previous year questions.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Good. Any challenge you're facing?
Nothing like that, but I'm not able to devote the time I wanted actually.
No.
It's like I'm getting stuck with my project dissertation. Like college hours are so long, even Saturdays, I have just came back like before half an hour. So even Saturdays are packed. I'm not like more than 3 hours is highly impossible for now, but I feel like doing more, but I don't have time with me right now.
Good. You have the feel, right? That's more than sufficient. That's more important. Okay. When you get your time, you'll constantly build up. Keep doing it. Good. Thank you. Rishita, go ahead.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
So presently I have completed all the syllabus and I'm going through the test series.
How's your test performance?
Very low, sir.
What happened? Where do you think you're missing?
No, sir, the lack of revision is very clear, sir. I have just gone through only once for the whole topics. So in many aspects, I am not at all confident. So what I'm doing at present is I am taking all the test series, going through the questions, noting all the key points, sir, at the back of my notes.
Good.
And I'm making sure that I know all the key points. That's what I'm doing, sir.
Good.
The polity classes are good, sir. I am getting the new points to learn. About today's test, I have faced one a slight issue. I mean, most of the answers I actually know, sir, but I did not attempt them in the fear that they might be wrong. While looking through the key, I was just laughing at myself.
Yes.
Most of the answers I just know, but I am not at all attempting, or I'm just passing away. So how to deal with this, sir?
Very simple. What you have is a fear of failure. Rishita, is where you need to come out. Okay. You are not here to prove someone. Okay. You are here to only prove yourself that whatever knowledge base I have, am I using the right logic and I'm able to take the right decision to come to the answer. So at the end of the day, everything boils down to one thing: the ability to take decision. You should be confident that you're taking the right decision. And that can only build up by constant application and doing things. It's a skill. So tomorrow, Rishita, officer, you have to take a decision. This pattern will continue if you don't break it here. You will be only doubting your own decision. The idea is you take a decision and later you work upon whether it is correct or wrong from the lessons you learn after that. You understood? But you have to go ahead and take the decision. It's okay even if you go wrong. So once you make your revision and once you have a satisfactory preparation according to you, take up the test. After the test is done, you go identify which questions are correct, which are wrong, why they went wrong. That is how you build your understanding. If you shy away, it will repeat again and again. Now is the time for you to get that fear out so that in the full test you will perform better.
Okay. Yes, so previously, because of the low marks, I was just a little underconfident. So that's why I was just thinking of
No, no,
that.
don't worry about the score. Okay. You have adequate time between each test, correct, Rishita? Okay. That time you should be utilizing for revision as much as possible and keep moving forward. That's how you will build up. So after the test is done, work on all the questions and update your notes and get ready for the next test. That's how you should. There's no other solution for that process. Please don't fear. You attempt the test, attempt more and more questions. It's okay if it goes wrong, but identify and write down why you went wrong. What mistake you got it. You realize that. That's how you can go forward. Yeah. And use this what topics list. I mean, the previous year question paper topics. Yeah. So use this particular document effectively. Go through this document very clearly on what all are the topics that questions have been asked upon, and try to brainstorm if you know about it. Making sense? For example, National Forest Policy, keystone species. Do I know about it? When you're going with economy, do I know what is census, Jawaharlal Roshkar Yojana? Have I touched upon this? So you can use this document as the key to actually get a broader overview of what all are the type of questions that are making sense.
Yes, sir.
You got to intensify the journey, Rishita. There's no other solution to this. This is how you have to go.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I want you to be in touch with Kaveri ma'am every single day, updating on these aspects so that you're overcoming this fear. If this fear is not rectified, you will get overwhelmed during the exam. The entire game revolves around 500 to 800 topics. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Do that. Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Rajavel, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Rajavel, how are you?
Yes. Yeah, fine, sir. How about you, sir?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. How's your preparation going?
Sir, actually, for the last 10 days, I cannot able to study consistently because I'm working as a tutor. Actually, the students having board exams now going on.
Okay.
So, actually, for the last 2 months, I'm taking notes from environment. Actually, what I'm doing now, actually, madam is teaching from slides, PowerPoint. So I wanted to make notes, whatever written in the slide, I wanted to write in my note, my own note. So I just pause the video and I have to write. Actually, each side
Not
there is
needed. Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, not needed, Rajwell. You just need to make a note of the analysis, and the notes part completely from the slide. You need not make a note of it. Okay. What I would recommend you is because value-added material and the notes and everything is provided.
Okay.
Again, we just need to make a note of the concept and analysis. That's all.
Okay, sir. So for each video, I nearly spent nearly 3 or 4 hours I am spending for writing all the contents in my note. So just actually, I'm getting satisfied while I writing the content because simply I'm going through the videos. So I don't think that it is very useful for remembering all the terms. So see, if I write all the contents, whatever in the slide, at least I can able to remember later like that I was thinking. So just
We'll have to rectify this. We will connect again on a one-to-one call, Rajwell, especially with Kaveri ma'am. You need to connect and discuss this. I'll inform her. I want you to rectify this as early as possible. And are you taking up the test series now this time?
Not yet, sir. Actually, I have completed geography before 2 months itself. For the last 2 months, I am following only environmental videos, and 3 more videos is left to watch. After that, I need to take science and technology.
We will fasten up the journey. I will ask Kaveri ma'am to connect with you, and we'll have one-to-one discussion to rectify these errors.
Yes, sir.
This is the first time I'm seeing you on the performance review call. I want you to attend it regularly.
Yes, sir. Actually, previously I have attended only one time. So
you have to come. This is the space for you to reflect upon the mistakes. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't continue these mistakes. Rectify these errors as early as possible and take things forward.
Yes, sir. Yes,
let's connect one-to-one on this.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Chetan, you have raised your hand. Anything you want to ask?
Yes, sir. As similarly, Rajwell said, he loves to write all the things in the PPT. Same is also with my case. I also likes to write everything because I'm not very confident that whether I am to remember or not. That's why I'm writing everything. That gives me a little bit of confidence. So same issue as Rajwell.
Actually, not necessary, because see, this stenographer attitude has to come down. You know what I meant to say is whatever is important and analysis that is involved, that alone you can write. Okay. So Kaveri ma'am will help you out in exactly how to overcome this.
Okay,
Please
sir.
connect with her. She'll be
Okay,
able to.
sir. Then I have scheduled for one-to-one call on regarding induction on Monday, but that is cancelled, sir. When can we have that, sir?
I mean, this time what has happened is we have done it one-to-one only, and directly I've done the one-to-one with the students. So Kaveri ma'am has done the one-to-one. So you won't have a separate call as such for that. However, in case anything you need, we can connect separately and we can discuss.
Okay, sir.
That last thing, Uday, please go ahead. What's the progress with your journey this week? Uday, are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
Modern history, and I'm in video 20. What I figured out is modern history, I can run the speed at 2x. This history, if it is around 1.5, I save 15 minutes of time. If it's 2x, I'm actually halving the time and I'm watching 3 videos instead of 2. I'm able to make the notes of it and I'm completing history, sir. I will complete it by April 10th. And again, this is my birthday month, so I have a habit of learning something new in birthday month. So in this month, I attended a boot camp, a spiritual warrior course, where he taught about goal and discipline and how to bring a goal into reality. And I learned a new principle, psycho-cybernetics.
Very good.
And I learned some rituals like pillow ritual. What helped me, sir? I figured out 2 points. One is I worry a lot because I started my preparation in 2020, and now the thing why I started early because I don't want to lack time, because I want to work on skills more than knowledge. But due to time, I ended up in a mess where I need time because I am still learning knowledge, not working on skill. So what I figured out is, sir, as National IAS Academy runs 5 a.m. club, I initially don't know the importance of it. But after attending that workshop, what they said is, if we wake up at 5 a.m. every day, a person wakes at 7 a.m. If both do the preparation, the person who wakes at 5 a.m. he gets 12 months extra than a person who wakes at 7 a.m. So if I wake at 5 a.m. and work with the same things, I can work on 5 to 7 a.m. on skills and night 6:30 to 9 for knowledge. So I'm getting 12 months plus 12 months. So I have 2 years. So it gave me so much satisfaction. Like I have 2 years, like I have 12 months only, but I got 2 years extra. 12 months extra.
Absolutely.
And I learned speech ritual, like sleep rituals, sir, where we should say the pillow to wake me up at 5 o'clock. And every day at 5 o'clock, I'm waking up without any alarms. Like I sleep at 2 o'clock, but automatically I'm waking at 5. I'm not in club, but I'm just testing myself that can I do it consistently or not. That helped me a lot, sir. This week, I'm happy for that because I got 12 months plus 12 months extra and I'm able to wake up at 5 a.m. And I learned psycho-cybernetics principle where we visualize the goal and I have goal card. So I'm able to work on that 70% skill along with 30% knowledge. And
very good. So this priming,
sir, I'm doing same thing.
The priming along with action is the key to progress. So they keep up the momentum, keep doing things every single day. The workout has to continue every single day. Visualization, meditation, the checklist that I've provided, please keep doing it. So you are molding yourself as an individual to become a leader. And these are the leadership qualities that are needed. Please do continue. Good.
Sir, I'm spending some time for learning something new apart from UPSC. Like as I said, now something I learned.
Absolutely.
Spiritual warrior. I'm working on it so that along with UPSC, I have something extra.
You're absolutely.
Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's what is needed. The learning curve has to constantly improve. But when it comes to UPSC exam, you know where the limit has to be, where your focus has to be on building your capacity to answer the questions. That's it.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have only one issue, sir. As I said, vocabulary. Like if I read any question, I'm not able to figure out some word because of that whole answer. I'm not able, like in the same question, implications. I don't know what is implications. Like impact. After your answer, I got okay, it's impact. But if some n number of questions are giving, approximate 60%, I'm not able to figure out what they're asking. So I'm not able to write. So what is the any practice or some?
See, now you should not get into mains answer writing right away. Before you get the bird eye view, you don't need to go ahead there. But rather, the only way is to build your vocabulary by knowing the words as and when you come across something new. That is the only way. Elucidate, examine, elaborate, analyze, critically examine. All these are the
those I can understand, sir. Like implications. And last week also we did a question of about women, like people who stay in low under.
The only way to build the language is this. And the language is by constantly knowing the answer for the, knowing the meaning of the word if you don't know anything. That is the only way you go ahead. There's no other way.
Sir, like I know Word Power Made Easy book. Should I buy it and
no, nothing is needed. Please just keep it simple, Uday. Okay.
Because
every
it's
time
a simple thing, but it entire question is like entire thing is
like I taught you a technique, right? You break the keyword, try to figure out what that word could be. From there, you build upon a perspective.
Yeah, I should assume something like it might be the answer, and I should work on it. Yeah, and so the other parts I'm working on manifestation. So manifestation is a science. Like if we have some wish, we will set the brain to that particular vibrations, and we attract the things. I'm doing it deeply, sir. Like I'm exploring it deeply, and I'm doing secret of longevity of life. Like we have tendrils in DNA, they shrink, so our age decreases. If we increase the tendrils, our age will be reversing. I'm learning something new along with this. So along with UPSC, I'm
so the action has to improve every single day, and all of these are supplements to make that happen. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's water therapy, there's visualization, there are many things involved. So the idea is always your visualization becomes stronger and stronger with action. Yeah. So this is how you will be going about it, right? Okay. So superb. Okay. Let's quickly recap on what all we covered today. The hack of the day was become the person that you want to become through their thoughts, through their discussions. So please go through the news on air by plugging onto your headphones every single day and listen to the Rajya Sabha TV big picture discussions whenever you have time. More and more you're in their environment, you become like them. Okay? And the challenges that we face was fear of attempting the questions. This fear will come to you, but this is the fear that you need to overcome. Prelims is checking your art of decision making. Mains is checking the art of writing. And interview is checking the art of speaking. You will only learn these skills not by contemplating, but by doing. For example, if you want to learn swimming, there's no point contemplating. You have to go and jump in the pool. Similarly with UPSC, you have to jump in the test. Do it, fall, learn from it, and get back. Remember, success is always shabby. Would you like to be achieving success, or would you like to be a perfect mediocre? You decide. Because the success is a shabby journey, and that's how you learn things. There's no perfect way to success. And the best practices are, please do not generalize the question paper. Know every single question and understand why it went wrong. That is the key. And go with sure shot and elimination and focus on building accuracy in every test. Right now, work on accuracy. Then you can work on logical guess. Don't just blindly go with logical guess. Then the only way to put a boundary in your subject, if the question comes, to what extent to know, please go with previous year questions and current affairs, as asked by Sachin. And get a bird's eye view of the subject as we were having a discussion. Please don't go on attending more and more of classes. Please get a bird's eye view of the subject and then solve the questions. That's the key to development. And lastly, time budgeting. Be very, very careful and choosy about your time. Students, you are blessed with a limited time. You can't just give it away to anyone and everyone who comes to you. Be very budgeted with your time. And as Uday shared, you wake up early, you conquer your time. You win your time, you control your time. So that is the point of waking up early. So I welcome you all to be a part of the 5 AM club. If you're not, please be a part of it. The cycle has begun. So you take control of your life, be consistent. Success is automatically coming. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope this session really helped you all. So every week, do participate. Let's reflect and keep moving forward. Okay. Thank you so much. Rajneesh, you were there in the whole session. Superb.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, your words, जो भी आप बोलते हो, मतलब for me, बहुत deeply मैंने उसके significance को realize किया है सर. तो
Absolutely. Second, can I just say this question? Sachin, you can absolutely. Right. Anubhav, would you like to share any words? I see a message from you.
Sir, thank you for the session. And most of the time, I realized I was there in the session. The problems which I'm facing, everyone is facing some problem. But sometimes what happens is that our solutions lies in the problems of the others, maybe. Maybe
Absolutely.
I'm facing some problems, other one is not facing that problem. Some madam was sharing that she has fear of attempting the question. I don't have any fear of attempting the question, sir, but I lack clarity. That is why I got in this session, that
yes,
what I need to improve, and this has given me a support system, and this was I think this is what I was lacking all these years. Thanks.
Absolutely, Anubhav. You know, this community, remember, all of us are interconnected. Okay, this community is what will encourage you to bring the best out of you and overcome your limitations every single time. Okay, that only comes with self-awareness. Good. Thank you, Anubhav. Thank you all. It was a very productive session and looking forward to a productive week ahead from all of you. Thank you.